right, good morning, everybody. My name is Dean Quick, and I'm the board certified music therapist for Levine Cancer Institute. And this is Music Therapy for Self Care, where music is used for relaxation and song discussion in an effort to mitigate the stress and possible related mental health symptoms as a result of the COVID-19 outbreak. So this is a place for sharing and community that's built around music and creativity and all the wonderful benefits of music when used for self-care. Um, One of my goals is for you to listen to music with a different perspective and to possibly learn more about yourself through that experience. And so Tuesdays and Thursdays at 10 a.m. are for song discussion. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 10 a.m. are music for relaxation. So today, I have for you maybe one of the most recognizable Britpop songs ever. And let's see, check it out. Probably sounds familiar to you, right? So it may be one of the most recognizable songs in the 90s. It's Bittersweet Symphony by a band called the Verve. And it was released on June 16th, 1997. And the song was an instant hit. And though it did go through its share of legal battles, because that part that I just played, the little 6-note repetitive string part, was sampled from a Rolling Stones tune, and which they sampled it from like a song from the 40s or the 50s. And just last year, I think April or August, one of the A months, I can't remember, the Rolling Stones turned over the royalties back to the Verve's Richard Ashcroft, who was the songwriter. And meanwhile, while the Verve wasn't getting any royalties for the song that they created just from this one little sample, Mick Jagger and Keith Richards were not getting any of the money either. It was the manager of the Rolling Stones who was getting all this money. And considering that Bittersweet Symphony is a song about kind of the dangers of greed molding us, and kind of how we overlook beauty in life, I find it very ironic that the money wasn't even going to a person who had anything to do with creating the original song. Didn't choose any of the samples, didn't write any of the lyrics. He just managed the band, and he was getting all the royalties. I hate that, but that's kind of a reflection of where the music industry is in all of its glory. So let me tell you a little bit about Bittersweet Symphony. I went through the lyrics and I wrote down some thoughts. So here it is. So the idea of Bittersweet Symphony is that life is this bittersweet symphony. He says this kind of over and over in the song, and life is complicated and beautiful, and it's dangerous and serene, and there's internal struggles mingling with outside complexities. Capitalism clouds creativity. But for this song, the songwriter wants to take you down the road he's been down. And he's walked down the road of greed and lost sight of finding meaning in his existence. And for him, it's an existence that he settles into with music. So he's seeking salvation from his grief of falling into that. So, well, I've never prayed, but tonight I'm on my knees is the lyric, accenting that thought. And so for him, music is a pure escape that reaches within, and it validates his raw emotion. And here's another lyric. I'll take you down the road, the only road I've ever been down, the one that takes you to the places where all the veins meet. So he's conflicted by existential conflict. And he's trying to balance doing what needs to be done to get by financially, while at the same time validating his emotional struggle. And I think a lot of people are there right now, which is one of the main reasons I wanted to share this song today. So in becoming a part of, and this is another lyric, becoming a part of a million different people from one day to the next, he's lost his ability to validate his experience with creativity through music. And he can break the mold and he can change, also borrowed from the lyrics. He has the power within himself to do so, to break that mold. So since he's, and this is me, since he's acknowledged the pain and what he needs to do to alleviate that pain and struggle, he's a step closer to breaking the mold of conformity in society. So I share this song with you today to discuss the ideas of breaking the mold. With the lockdown and the conflicting views on when to reopen businesses, and with all the conflict, with the financial burdens, and with everything going on right now, that this is all a bittersweet symphony. And sometimes during all of this, it's more bitter than sweet. So I hope that you can find the sweet that you need in all of this. And through tension, know that growth happens. And borrowing from the Stoic philosophy here, taking a moment to acknowledge the things in your life that are inside of your control and doing something to grow in the ways that you can grow. And taking control of the things that you can control, and with those things that you can't control, let go of those things and move on to the things that you can control. So here it is. Here is Bittersweet Symphony by the Verve. 'Cause it's a bittersweet symphony, this life. Trying to make ends meet, you're a slave to the money, then you die. I'll take you down the only road that I've ever been down. You know, the one that takes you to the places where all veins meet, yeah. And no change, I can change, I can change, I can change, but I'm here in my mode, I am here in my mode. But I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can change my mode, no, 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 no. Well, I've never prayed, but tonight I'm on my knees, yeah. I need to hear some sounds that recognize the pain in me, yeah. I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind. I feel free now, but the airwaves are clean and there's nobody singing to me now. No change, I can change, I can change, I can change, but I'm here in my mode, I'm here in my mode. But I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mode, no, 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 no. It's a bittersweet symphony, this life. trying to make ends meet, trying to find some money, then you die. No change, I can change, I can change, I can change, I can hear in my mode, I am here in my mode, but I'm a million different people from one day to the next. I can't change my mode, no, 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 no. All right. So one of my favorite lyrics in that song is I need to hear some sounds that recognize the pain in me. I let the melody shine, let it cleanse my mind, and I feel free now. But the airwaves are clean, and there's nobody singing to me now. So for me, it's really about how he, music for him is not just like this validation, but it also cleanses those feelings of tension. It's cleansing of those feelings of the things that maybe he can't change, and that's another point too. Is once we acknowledge the things within ourselves that or the things outside of our control, once we acknowledge those things, though we can't change those things, we can change how we feel about them, right? And music is a way that we can change those feelings. So illustrated in these lyrics, particularly, hearing the sounds that recognize the pain within and using that music to change that feeling, to bring some comfort to that pain. So I'm glad you've joined me today, and I hope you were singing along to Bittersweet Symphony. That's like that's the quintessential 90s song for me, and I'm glad I could share it with you. So tomorrow at 10 a.m., I hope to see you for some relaxation. If there's some music that you would like for me to play on this in this class, on a Tuesday or a Thursday, let me know. I'll learn it, and we'll do that song, and we'll talk about it. The chat is always open. The comments are always open for you to drop a line. Let me know, and I'll bring to you the things that you want to hear if I'm not already doing that. So thank you again for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow at 10 a.m.